Today's episode of Shipping Crew is brought to you by Wits End Snacks. We have the best homemade hot sauce, beef jerky, seasonings, and other treats around. I'd say I'm a pretty damn good cook, so definitely check out my products, Wits End Snacks. You can email me, or if you have my number, just give me a call, shoot me a text. But email me at witsendsnacks@gmail.com. That's WHITSENDSNACKS @gmail.com.
Thank you, Sean. On today's episode of Ship and Crew, we talk about all the twists and turns that have come up in the last few days in regards to the Michigan situation. Kelly Bryan lays an egg in Tuscaloosa, like we all knew he would. And Iowa versus Northwestern takes home the Game of the Week award. Not really. The game sucked. Josh McDaniels is fired. Josh Dobbs is hired. And we close with a snake draft of the best sports other than the Big Four. Ready, set, go. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to episode 10 of the Ship and Crew podcast from Chicago, Illinois. I am George St. John.
And from Tucson, Arizona, it is your boy, Sean Whitley. Georgie, how are we doing today?
We're doing all right, Sean. We are into November. Best part of fall, in my opinion. The weather's just getting a little bit crisper. We're getting closer to Thanksgiving. It's just a nice time of year, Sean. Wouldn't you agree?
I love the fall. And Georgie, believe it or not, here in Arizona, we actually get some cooler weather, I should say. I'm not going to say chilly weather. Granted at night it does drop down to like 40 degrees at night. Need definitely break out a sweatshirt every now and then. But during the day it's quite lovely, but we do get cooler because it's usually in the 90s and 100s here, so I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I kind of miss the fall aesthetic though, the little bit of the leaves and all that. Don't get much leaves changing down here.
Yeah, I am going to go ahead and rub it in. Midwest fall is beautiful. Just the trees, the leaves, the foliage, we get all geeked up about foliage in November. I think the food is great, pumpkin spice, and if you're into that sort of thing. There's just a fall aesthetic that's like cozy and comfy. And I don't understand why people want to jump right to Christmas with how awesome November is.
I agree. The Thanksgiving, the turkey, that is just so fucking amazing that people I don't know how people skip over it.
No,
fall football, come on.
What bothers me, I think, is just the music. Like, if you want to get ready for Christmas, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Buy gifts, decorate your home if you want to earlier. I think it's just Christmas music that I have the biggest problem with. People are just like, all right, Halloween's over. It's November 1st. Break out the Mariah Carey.
That's got to go.
At this point, I have a coworker who said Mariah Carey's a seasonal employee. I've taken that with me for as long as I like it. It's so true, but I just think not in November. Focus on the real holiday coming up. Thanksgiving is a big holiday, and it is disrespectful when on November 8th on the radio it's just all I want for Christmas is you.
I agree.
How'd I do? How'd I do? Did I sound like Mariah?
I would definitely stick to your J job there, Georgie.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for ruining my dreams. Being a Mariah Carey impersonator.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen for you.
You know, I can wear a wig. Um,
I'm talking about the height.
is she tall? Is Mariah Carey tall?
I don't know how tall she is, but I feel like she's taller than you.
I don't know, man. I've grown a little bit. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
I think I officially hit 5'8" at the end. The end of the line.
Hold on, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Georgie, you would make the perfect Mariah Carey. She is also 5'8". Put on that wig. Work on your singing voice a little bit. But I think next Halloween you got to go for Mariah Carey.
We'll see. We'll see. That sounds expensive. I usually like to spend no more than $30 on Halloween costumes.
Dude, go to fucking Goodwill. I'm sure you can find half the shit there.
Listen, I don't know much about fashion, but I don't know if Mariah Carey's clothes look like Goodwill. Isn't she like kind of bougie?
Yeah, but do you know how many bougie people send their stuff to Goodwill because they think they're doing a good thing and they don't realize that Goodwill is a fucking money corporate machine?
Oh, we're doing this today?
Sorry, I am not
we're
trying
doing
to do
this?
this. I am not trying to do this.
Right before Christmas, Sean Whitley is against donations.
Oh no
against the country's largest donation center.
I think there are a lot better donation centers out there, Georgie. I am talking about
throw it out there.
St. Vincent de Paul Center.
Okay.
That is a great. You could go to donate to a homeless shelter, Georgie. Do you know how many homeless people are out there cold this winter? Fucking donate your clothes to them. There are way better ways to be donating your clothes than giving it to a corporation to make money back.
Yeah, that's true. But I think sometimes, like, I don't know.
I do not want to go down this rabbit hole, but oh boy, I will.
Like, sure, when you have good stuff, but when you have bad stuff, that's just like, I'm getting rid of this because it's terrible. I feel like you gotta,
What kind of bad stuff are you talking about, Georgie?
I don't know, like T-shirts with, a hole in them or something.
You're telling me you're donating a T-shirt with a hole in it? First off, you're a piece of shit.
Well, no, not always. No, most of my clothes don't have holes in them, but sometimes it's like, maybe we can get some more tread on these. Like, let them decide.
I think you're just trying to get out of I think you're just trying to get out of making two separate piles of a donation pile and a throwaway pile, and you're just all putting it in a donation pile.
But like if there's any chance that it could be not like a big hole, like the little like moth holes at the bottom of the shirt.
Okay.
Am I a bad person?
You might be, Georgie. You might be.
It's a shirt, though. It's a shirt. Like, a T-shirt. You can have a T-shirt to work out. Okay. I'm digging a hole here, and I don't like the direction of this conversation. It is not painting me in a good light, and I don't care for that. Moral of the story is, if you can't wait for Christmas music after Thanksgiving, you suck. That's really just what we're gonna leave it at.
That's what it comes down to is Yeah, you suck if you play Christmas music right now. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
we're taking a stand. We don't.
Yeah.
We didn't want to get political, but we did. We we only tackle the hard hitting issues on the Ship and Crew podcast.
uh,
But most Christmas music is terrible. Like, I think there are a few good songs. There's so much crap with Christmas music.
Agreed.
There's so much just devoid of value. Except for Mannheim Steamroller. That stuff rocks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Sorry. I didn't really have a good transition there. Thought maybe Mannheim Steamroller could be
anyways,
something. But Sean, why don't you tell us about your week?
I did not pick up on that at all.
It's all good, man. We're having fun. Speaking of fun, heard you had a fun week.
Yes, there we go. There's the transition we're looking for.
Hey, transition.
No, I had a fun little weekend ish. I had a good event this weekend on Saturday. But minus the generator getting stolen, but that's neither here or there. But I went to Sedona.
I think it is either here or there. I'm not sure which one. Probably there, because it's not here.
Yeah,
because somebody
not
stole
here. It. Definitely not here.
Somebody stole it.
But yeah, I also went up to Sedona this weekend. And for those of you who don't know Sedona or know about Sedona, Arizona, this time of year is absolutely gorgeous. I think all year round it's absolutely gorgeous, but the heat still gets to you in Sedona sometimes. But there's just beautiful scenery, great hikes. Restaurant was solid. Had a bad experience at the bar. I am going to trash talk Mooney's right now. Mooney's Irish Pub.
Uh-oh.
In Sedona, Arizona, you are on watch. That was the worst experience I have ever had at a pub. Worst experience. I am talking to you directly into my camera here. I am displeased. It was not fun. First off, who the fuck plays rave music like EDM music at an Irish pub? Ooh. When it's a Sunday night football and you have Sunday night football on the TV, throw that on. Or if you're not going to be throwing that on, you're an Irish pub. Throw on Irish music. Throw on fucking classic rock. Hell, throw on rap. But fucking EDM turned up so loudly that I can't talk to the person next to me? Calm the fuck. On a Sunday fucking night. Come on.
Let me ask you this. What was the lighting situation in the bar? Was it dark?
Dude, it was dark with 10 people in there. And no one was dancing. Everyone's sitting at a bar or playing darts.
So it was a bar that was trying to make something out of nothing.
Exactly.
The saddest bar that exists. You go into a dive bar.
It was dog shit, dude. Absolute dog shit. And I
absolute bullshit. Unprofessional bullshit.
Dude, and they could tell that we weren't locals, so they didn't really take our orders a lot. Like we sat down at the bar. It took us like almost 10 minutes to get our drink order with less than 10 people in the fucking bar. And when they finally got our order, they didn't come back to check on us. I tried getting more water because after a couple days of hiking, a couple days of events, I can't have a lot of beer. I try to stick to a water, beer, water, beer. I like that little hydration pattern I do. Um, and so I run out of water before I run out of beer. And they never came back for me to get more water. I legit almost reached over to fill up my water cup. But
That is the most disappointing bar.
right?
Like that
And
that
we
type
heard
of bar that is failing, they know it, and their service sucks.
we
Like
heard
they've
such
given
great
up.
things about this bar. Like we had probably four people, not a lot, but four people all told us, "Yeah, go to Mooney's. We hear it's great." But see, the thing is, they all said we heard it's great. They never said it is great. So that's kind of on us because those poor people we talked to never went to the bar. They just heard that it's good. So that could
I
be on
see.
us. Could be on us. Um,
Possibly.
but nonetheless, uh, the restaurants are all of them are like basically dog friendly. So that's really great. I was able to bring up Rogan with me. Do we want Rogan to say hi again? She's been a while.
Hey, bring her up. Bring her up.
Come on,
When in
babe.
Rome.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. She came up to Sedona. She got her white paws, her white socks were orange as shit, dude. They were so orange. The dirt is red as hell. It is absolutely beautiful up there. All right, babe, down. Oh, okay. Don't rip it. Don't rip it. Don't rip it. There we go. Get down, down, down. Good girl. Okay. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You're
Everything all
okay.
right?
Move. Yeah, her leg got stuck a little bit. She's
Ooh.
okay.
Ooh,
She's
poor baby.
okay. Yeah, it's okay, baby girl.
Oh, poor Rogan.
Poor Rogue. The pierogi. Poor baby girl. She's okay though.
Oh,
She's
Rogie the
okay.
pierogi, is that a thing?
It's a thing now. Or Rogue One. She's also known as Rogue One. Um,
Okay. We have quite a bit of Star Wars content in the last few episodes.
yes, and we will be
We
having
probably
more.
should we probably should leave it there. We're gonna have people like, is this mostly a Star Wars podcast now?
Are we sure you guys do football at all?
You
Yes, we
know,
do football.
we do, but I don't know. I feel like there's like only a few really great games this year. I don't know.
hmm But no. Before we get into football, was there anything else about the weekend? Let me think. Let me think. Um, no, no. It was a fun weekend. Besides Mooney's shit place.
Sounds like
I got
Darnell Mooney could have given better service.
shit right. But
Whoa!
it was we stayed at Sedona Sky Ranch Lodge. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, like overlooking everything, dude. Beautiful. Throwing like a little Jim Carrey accent right there. Um, and it's gorgeous, man. Yeah, highly recommend to anyone to go out to Sedona. Beautiful place.
Yeah, no. Where is Sedona in relation to Tucson?
It is north. It
So
is
north of Phoenix?
north of Phoenix. It's about so from my place, it's like an hour and a half to Phoenix without traffic, and then without traffic, it's another hour and a half to Sedona.
Ooh.
Um, hour and a half to 2 hours, I should say.
Pick me up at
Um,
PHX.
hey man, maybe, boyo.
That's the
Uh,
move. But not with the current airline prices.
fuck no, man.
Oh
Fuck
my
no.
god.
Yeah, dude.
We were planning out a possible visit, and the weekend we looked at round trip tickets from Chicago to Phoenix. The cheapest flight, Frontier, was $410.
Yeah, it was insane.
So yeah, even the shittiest airline. So airlines
What
across
about
America.
Spirit?
Well, you know they merged.
I did not know that.
Yep. During like one of the things during COVID, like big news that went totally unnoticed because we were all sad and on lockdown. McDonald's ended all day breakfast.
Well,
And
yeah, that one didn't go unnoticed.
oh, yeah. That was, we'll get back to that in a minute. But other than that, Frontier and Spirit merged. And I think that's great cuz their like umbrella company is now
Yeah.
called Frontier Spirit, which sounds like the name of a really shitty whiskey. Like
Does.
it sounds like the name of a whiskey that is as good as the airline.
Yeah.
Just like not egregiously bad, but like the worst possible level of acceptable. That's what I imagine Frontier Spirit tastes like. Also, you have like 3 friends that swear by it, and all of them only have like 2 full outfits of clothes. That's all they own.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of person that drinks Frontier Spirit. I also think we need Sam Elliott to do the commercial.
Yes, with the mustache.
That's right. You want a whiskey that's as smooth as my mustache and buttery as steel wool? Frontier Spirit. It'll put more hair on your chest. Frontier Spirit. That was my bit for the evening. We're going to go ahead and move on. McDonald's.
Alrighty.
We didn't forget that you stole all-day breakfast from us when we needed it the most.
But you know what is in Sedona that McDonald's has there?
Yes.
The only place in the world without a golden arch
Ooh,
for
really?
McDonald's. They are a turquoise blue. I forgot to take a picture of it when we drove by it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You Southwesterners and your turquoise.
Yes.
It's a whole
Yes.
thing. Oh, we picked a weird color.
It's very pretty color, but whatever, dude. Make
It's-
fun of us.
You know, it
Anywho.
is a pretty color, but
But yeah, no, but we got football now though. Let's move on to our football content.
yeah. Big story of the week, Sean. We have been following last couple of weeks. We've wanted to kind of withhold judgment too much on what's going on with the University of Michigan, but we had so many twists and turns. I'm sorry if that burp was heard live.
It wasn't.
Oh, well, then I just told him myself. Sorry, I had guacamole before this. It was delicious. But
Is that what caused you to burp, or was it the pop that caused you to burp?
listen, we're recording very late. I needed the caffeine. It could have
Let's not blame it on the guacamole.
it could have been
though.
it could
The
have been
guacamole did nothing wrong.
Could have been the
to you.
guacamole.
Do not put it
could have
on
been
him,
the
Ricky.
chips and guac. Could have been the Coke Zero. Who knows? Who knows?
Don't you dare put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you dare put that on guacamole.
Listen,
Don't you dare put that on
listen.
guacamole.
If recent history is to suggest anything, it's that you should never rule out any suspects, right? I mean, you know, and anyone
Okay.
could be innocent,
Okay.
anybody could be guilty. So,
All right, moving
You know?
on to Michigan.
listen, you are so quick. You're so quick to blame who you think is to blame. Maybe something entirely different. This is me trying to be poetic about what's going on with
You're not
Michigan.
being poetic. Just fucking talk about Michigan now.
All right, I'll fucking talk about Michigan. You know, fuck you and your guacamole defense. I don't know. 12:42 a.m. So reports have come out in the last few weeks, so like mid to late October is when we first started to hear more and more about what's going on with Michigan. For those of you who don't know, Jim Harbaugh, head coach of Michigan, accused of stealing signs from other Big Ten teams. Pretty quickly in the investigation, Connor Stallions, a staffer, became a person of interest. He was going game to game, using video recording devices to steal signs from teams, and then was coordinating sign stealing. Allegedly.
No, it wasn't him going to the games. He was hiring people.
He went to some.
But he didn't go to all of them because he wouldn't be able to go to all the games. He had a group of people that would go to the games.
Right.
And he would pay them via Venmo. We can't forget that dumbass mistake.
I'm not. Look at my next note. I was getting there.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You gotta trust, man. You gotta trust. That's what happens when you blame the Coke Zero. But yeah, he was coordinating across the Big Ten. Other teams in Michigan would end up playing. Teams were aware, and I think there were reports coming out that like teams were warning each other about Michigan. Ohio State was a big part of that.
Someone warned TCU, and that's part of the reason why people, some think that TCU just absolutely dominated Michigan in the playoff game because they threw out dummy signs to fuck with Michigan.
That's quite an angle.
I'm here for it, though.
Yeah, they should have used dummy signs against Georgia, I guess. But nah, save it for Michigan.
You had to beat Michigan to get to Georgia, though.
Oh, man, just ran out of dummy signs when the lights were the brightest. TC, we hardly knew ye. But eventually came out that Ohio State, there's a rumor that Ohio State hired the private investigators that provided the information to the NCAA. Namely, Ryan Day's brother was involved in some way. I didn't do enough reading to confirm how. But, hey, listen, journalistic integrity means owning up to your mistakes. I have a very good friend of mine who is an Ohio State grad who is going to be taking meticulous notes and is going to call out anything I say negative about the Buckeyes. So this is my way of saying I actually know nothing. I'm just repeating the reports as I've read them. So, long story short, it comes out possibly Ohio State is coordinating an offensive on the back end. Could be somebody else. We don't know. There have been some meetings. The investigation has started. Connor Stallions has resigned. And within the last 48 hours, I think.
I read that he got fired. Was it a resign or could it have been a mutual agreement? Because I read that he got fired.
It was my understanding is that it was one of those, hey, you can resign, like, we'd like you to resign situations.
Okay.
You know, resign or we'll make you resign.
Gotcha.
Which I think at this point, regardless of what you think about Michigan, you got to do. And then the last bit of information, which I think is the most explosive. I love this. An anonymous assistant coach breaks the news that Ohio State, Rutgers, and Purdue were sharing stolen signs from Michigan. Basically, everybody's doing this, but for some reason, Michigan got called out. I also think it's hilarious that Ohio State said, you know what? You know which two teams give us the best chance to beat Michigan if we give them their signs? Rutgers and Purdue. Nice call, Ryan Day. You really know how to pick them.
Oh
Northwestern just missed the missed the cut. Oh my god. But no, I think that last part's awesome. Um, I feel like this kind of confirmed what a lot of us thought already, that there's no way Michigan is the only school doing this.
well, they're not because it's legal to steal signs in the NCAA.
Right. I think there are ways to do it that are illegal, but you can in I'm unclear about the rule, but
So here's the rule: you can steal signs, you just can't use a recording device,
mhm.
and you can't send someone to a game to check out the signs for you. So it has to be like during past games that you recall the signs or you pick up on it during the game.
Got it.
That is from my understanding of how the rule that I saw was.
Got it. I think it's interesting that like ESPN and Fox Sports are putting up no effort to explain the rule. I think that's fishy.
No effort.
No
That's
effort
at
fishy.
all.
Like you're gonna all of a sudden like you're gonna roll out Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless to like give us reality TV, and then when a very serious situation comes up, you're going to assume we're big thinkers. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. I actually like Stephen A. So that was
Yeah.
not very nice. Skip Bayless can go jump in a lake. But I like Stephen A. We are not on task here.
No. No. No.
We're really not. We're going
Anyways,
we're going loose and breezy with this one.
but also, did you see that Michigan I think I might have sent you this, but that the reason why they might be trying to out Michigan is because Jim Harbaugh was leading the fight to try to get student athletes a cut of the TV money,
I've
the
heard
TV
that
deals.
rumor. I've heard that rumor.
And so I personally stand with Jim in that fight. Fuck the NCAA. Let's get the boys more money. Like I'm not big on NIL deals, but you know what? They do all they provide us entertainment. I am starting to lean into paying the fucking college athletes. I don't know why, but I'm leaning into it. I stand with Jim. Pay the man. Pay the men. Pay the pay the guys.
I agree with you. I think it's time for a payment structure to be put in place. Um, and I also agree that NIL was a horrendous mistake.
Yeah.
Um, some people are getting just insane amounts of money, and I worry about the competitiveness of that. Um, I think it's hilarious that the NCAA, like, there were lots of ways to do it that were a lot safer, and the NCAA found a way to do it that might be the worst possible choice.
Yeah.
No, like my argument has always been like I did work study in college, and I worked in the cafeteria, and if my
Yeah.
not crappy, but like like if my crappy cafeteria job can get me paid X amount of money, while I'm in school to like refill the ice cream machine, I feel like the players should get paid too. Um,
I agree.
in
And I don't
some way,
think
like
I
work
don't
study makes sense to me.
yes, I agree. I don't think it should be coming through NIL. I think that's just going down a really slippery slope with that. But
Mm-hmm.
like giving them part of the revenue from TV deals, why not? Like, um, and have it be called work study. Like shit, there are D1 athletes that are full-time students, full-time athletes, and have a full-time fucking job because they don't have a scholarship and they have to pay for college because they're a walk-on. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
And our
pay the
works,
men.
and I'm pretty sure a lot of colleges have like work study capped at like X amount of dollars for a semester. Why not? Just say like, hey, you are putting in more hours and you're up against the cap. That's all. Like you get this much. It is fair. It is a something they can live on, and we're there. But I don't know. I know you stand with Jim. I kind of stand with like let's not make a big deal out of this, or let's have chaos in the greatest 30 for 30 ever.
All
Netflix
right,
don't.
moving on to the rest of our college football teams. Going a little long there.
I'm not apologizing or forgiving you for that. Um,
I'm not
so
apologizing for interrupting you. So moving on to our games this week. LSU, Alabama.
Yeah, got a nice little pounding on our best friend Kelly.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Uh yeah, Kelly Bryant.
Alabama's got their groove back.
They do. They do. They definitely have the SEC West in the hold, and I think Georgia's in for a rude awakening at that championship game.
It's not a sure thing that Georgia wins. I think Alabama
No.
can come back and win. Georgia has not inspired me with any win.
No, they haven't.
They've inspired me as much as Kelly Bryant, to be honest with you.
Totally agree.
Yeah, Notre Dame, Clemson, Sean. This was rough.
Yeah, Clemson beat us. Notre Dame, we do really well against the shit teams, but we just, then like the in between teams that like Louisville should have beat them. Clemson should beat them. Honestly, we should only have one loss this year, and it should be to Ohio State. But we just can't do it against some teams, and Clemson is one of those teams that we have a tough number with sometimes.
Yeah, and
they got the better of us.
Who is that linebacker from Clemson? Jeremiah Trotter Jr. That dude was all over the field.
Yeah.
He's, his dad played in the NFL, and he looks really, really good. He was everywhere making plays. So I don't know why that hasn't helped Clemson at all before this week, but he looked awesome. Extra props. Yeah. Notre Dame really could not get much going on offense until the second half.
No,
which
I didn't even get to watch most of the game because I was working. But from what I did saw, just like from what I did see, not saw, but from what I did see, it just didn't look the best. It looked sloppy. Uniforms look good.
Always a plus.
That's about it, though.
They look good against Ohio State too. Unfortunately.
But you know who didn't look good though this week, Georgie?
This was a disappointing one for me.
Yeah,
but
it was disappointing for both of us.
Not a great week for the Air Force Academy.
No, it wasn't.
Undefeated no more.
Yeah, there goes those dreams.
Army beat them 23-3. This one was rough. Air Force just could not get the offense going, and Army jumps out to an early lead and just kept them there. I was pulling for him. I was really pulling for him, and
yeah,
disappointing.
And here's what I'll say is I gotta watch this game, and this was a classic military game. Classic military game. All the points scored in the first half, 0 points scored in the second half, and it's just a bunch of like hard knock football. It's just like it's not nothing finesse. It's just hard nosed football. Um,
Yeah.
and,
That's
and,
what I love
and
about the
that's
service academies.
yeah. Um, and it was unfortunate, but Army has had Air Force's number. I think this is 6 of the last 8 Army has beat Air Force. So it's tough.
Thought this would be the year.
Thought this would be the year. They were looking good. Obviously it did not. It did not happen.
Yeah. Speaking of old school football, hard nosed, um, you know, not much finesse. Let's go to the Pac-12, where Washington and USC just put up numbers the whole game until Washington blanks
Hell
USC in the
yes.
fourth quarter. 52-42. Michael Penix Jr. got the Huskies undefeated.
They're looking good.
He's the Heisman frontrunner. He's got to be.
Honestly, I don't know how if he isn't, I don't know who is.
I
Like
I saw
he's
somebody
looking
tweet
way
Drake
too
May.
good.
Saw somebody tweet Drake May, and I was just like, no,
Was that you?
it was not me. No,
You sure?
I've been on the Penix train for a while now, and honestly, I think Jordan Travis could sneak up there, but he's not putting up the numbers that Penix is. I just like Jordan Travis, and I like being right. Florida State, George called it. Caleb Williams is out of the Heisman candidacy, though. He had a good game, but
Out.
you can't drop 3 in a row. You can't. It's, disappointing, and
Did you
for
see
USC.
that stat I sent you? In the past 6 seasons, USC has given up not 6 seasons, in the past 6 games, USC has given up 259 points.
Ooh.
In the past 2.5 years, I think it's 2.5 years, Iowa has given up 289 points.
Yeah, they actually
Talk about a defense and talk about lack of defense.
Well, they USC fired their defensive coordinator. Alex Grinch was his name.
I did not know that.
Yep, Alex Grinch, fired by USC. I guess they didn't expect a Grinch to be so generous.
Yeah.
I have been sitting on that one since 3 p.m. today. I just needed to say it.
Oh man.
I thought of it and I was like, I am going to piss off Sean tonight. So
Anywho.
mission accomplished. You know who hasn't really accomplished their mission this year? We were talking about it a lot earlier in the year, but Colorado.
Colorado's looking like dog poopy.
Back down to earth.
Yeah.
Talk about a team that gives up a lot of points, too. They are rough.
Mm-hmm. They are. But here's what I'll say. Again, they have 4 wins right now. That's more than what we were expecting from them. All right? They like last year, they only had 1 win. Okay? So we got to take these 4 wins. And got to try to win one of the last 2 games. That being said, I think the last game is going to be hard. The next game is going to be hard to win.
Who they playing?
They're going up against the team that I have been hot on all fucking year, Georgie. All fucking year. Arizona Wildcats bear down, rawr, let's fucking go.
I'm sorry. Can you do that one more time?
Rawr.
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 That was the most sensual thing we've ever seen on this podcast. Rawr.
Rawr. But the Arizona Wildcats, they are finally ranked. They finally fucking did it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. So proud of my boys. Sorry.
I didn't know they were located in Tucson. That's so cool.
Yeah, they are in Tucson.
So that's why you're such a huge fan.
Obviously, yeah. No, it's a great little stadium that they have there. The atmosphere is fun. The student section, I hope, has gotten better.
They don't know Soulja Boy. I don't know why you're in love with this school.
Because the football program is electric, Georgie. They are electric. They beat UCLA 27-10, and they are finally ranked. It is beautiful.
4-2 in the Pac-12. They look good.
They look great. They look great, if you ask me. For Arizona football, I should say.
For Arizona football. Outback Bowl, here we come.
But they're bowl eligible, and that is exciting news.
Yeah, you know who else is bowl eligible somehow?
Is it the Hawkeyes?
The Iowa Hawkeyes. Big game for the Hawkeyes. It was a real barn burner at Wrigley Field as Iowa just sneaks by Northwestern 10-7 in what I can only describe as the most boring game I've ever seen. That's the only way I can describe it.
If you ask me,
defense weren't even that good. Nobody played well.
No one played well. But if you ask me, this is a good classic Big Ten showdown with a 10-7 score. That is just classic Big Ten right there for you.
Yeah, sure, we can say that, but there's enough Big Ten teams that put up a respectable amount of points. I don't respect this. If you can't figure out how to score more than 20 points a game, I don't care how much you don't give up points. I don't. I just don't respect it.
I agree.
And it's mostly I just don't respect Iowa. I'm sorry. I don't know. I wanna like them so bad. I think it's because we went to a college in their territory, but not Iowa.
Yeah, I want to like them. I have a lot of friends who are big Iowa fans, and I will say, during college, I loved rooting against them.
I did too.
Loved rooting against them, because those Iowa fans at Loras, they were gung ho.
It was like
Iowa.
they actually went there, but they didn't.
No, but I like cheering against them. I'm trying to get on board with them, but they keep breaking my heart. They keep breaking my heart. I want to cheer for them, but then they pull shit like this, and they go to Wrigley Field and become the 7th highest scoring game at Wrigley Field this year.
That is a bizarre stat.
Did you hear that correctly? The 7th highest scoring game at Wrigley Field this year.
6 baseball games scored more than
That's
this.
brutal.
6 Chicago Cubs baseball games, by the way. Not exactly the hottest bats we've ever seen.
No. No.
They weren't bad, but they weren't good. And Yeah, it's just ugly, unathletic. I don't think the shitty Big Ten teams are ready for the offensive firepower that these Pac-12 teams are going to bring next year. Like
Yeah.
we just talked about Washington, USC, and um, like they're gonna score. Somebody's gonna score 100 on one of these lowly Big Ten teams like Iowa or Northwestern. I don't know. But yeah, game of the week, I guess. One more thing. Wrigley Field is too small to host a football game.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to admit it. It's okay. You know, Chicago Pride, love that we had a game here. It's not big enough. The field is not big enough.
No.
So, I don't know. That's my statement. Keep having concerts. I'll keep going to those. But I'm not going to just a crappy Division 3 football game there.
Well,
but
speaking of Division 3, we get to talk about two of our favorite teams. Um, since we're talking about D3 first, we will talk about Loras College and the Dewhawks. They get our dude. I'm sorry. They get our pummeling of the week.
somebody got pummeled.
And it wasn't Loras. Let's go.
You hear that? Those are the winds of change, America. Dewhawks are coming.
Let's fucking go. The Dewhawks are coming. Beat Simpson College out of Des Moines, I believe. 16-82.
Damn.
Bro. Damn. Let's fucking go. Loras College, Loras Strong. We're always with you. Even though we're not going to the games, boys. We're proud of you. Keep it up.
We're watching.
I think 5-4 this year, and they have one game left, I believe. All right, we should have looked up to see who they're playing to see if they have a chance.
I did.
Georgia, you
want to
look that up real quick?
Shoot, I did look it up.
But 5-4, look it up while I keep talking here. 5-4 this year. That's absolutely incredible, dude. We were lucky to win 3 games back when we were going to school there.
It was a great time.
You know, Coach
those were fun
Coach
games.
Helminiak, they were fun games, you know. And Coach Helminiak, he's bled for this team. He played for this team, you know, and he's really persevered through the struggles that they've had. And I really hope that he's able to come out on top on this, because I really enjoyed him as a coach. He was a great coach, great guy. He was as I like to quote my favorite Jesuits, he was very cura personalis, care for the whole person. Even though we weren't a Jesuit school, we were still a Catholic school. But I love it. I love that we won 82-16. It's just
in Helminiak we
beautiful.
trust. We love to see this. Dewhawks are looking good. Next, this coming Saturday, they have College.
Woo! That's a tough one.
Yeah,
I believe that's who. Might need to tune in for that one. Might need to tune in. Do we know if it's home?
It is at Co.
See, here's the problem. When you go to Loras College, you get used to a certain standard of sports broadcasting, because you know when you have the #1 sports broadcasting in Iowa, you have a standard that you like tuning into the games for, and I will say every other college is subpar.
Oh,
subpar.
Agreed. Gold standard at Loras College. The purple and gold standard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our next team we get to talk about is our friend and coach at Briarcliff University. It is the Briarcliff University Chargers. Sorry, my timer threw me off there.
Bolt up, baby.
They are I want to say tied for the third most wins in school record right now. The football team hasn't been along for that long, so they are 4-6 right now. They just came off of a big win against Jamestown. What were they?
The
Jamestown Jammies?
Jamestown Jimmies.
Jamestown Jimmies. that's a that's something else right there.
What a name for a college. Like, well,
Right?
welcome to
Yeah,
Jamestown
it's-
University. Like, people always made fun of us. Like, what's a doohawk? I'm a doohawk. What's a Jimmy?
Like, what the fuck is a Jimmy? Like, come on, at least a Dewhawk, we can have a history about
Yeah.
like what we are and everything. Like, come on.
Yeah, I'm a Jamestown Jimmy and proud of it. Jimmy
Yeah.
Nation.
They do have an opportunity this week to tie the record. Unfortunately, it is against their crosstown rival, Morningside University. And Morningside is a very solid team, but I heard it from coach. Morningside isn't looking as good as they have been in the past. He's telling me there's a chance, Georgie.
We'll take those chances.
I'll take a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Riddle me this, Kimosabi.
Yes.
What time is the game being played? Do you know?
I do. I have the schedule open. It is at 1 p.m. Central Time.
We got an afternoon game. Looks like Morningside is gonna have to play in the afternoon. Those boys are in trouble. I've been sitting on
Why?
that one for approximately 2 hours.
Why?
When I looked up the Briar Cliff schedule.
Why? Why'd you do this to me?
Because I know you're gonna hate it.
Oh, Georgie.
Oh, go
I
Jimmies!
prefer. Take that back, you son of a bitch.
Oh,
We're
come on.
Briarcliff
Their name
team
is
here.
the Jimmies, all right? Briarcliff's number 1, but like number 7 in my book, the Jimmies.
But congratulations to our boys at Briarcliff and at Loras College. Keep it up. We're cheering for you. Coach Nate and anyone at Briarcliff or at Loras, if anyone at Loras is hearing this, we'll take more gear. We love supporting our teams.
All
We
the
love
gear.
supporting our boys. We'll take gear.
We-
I'm not gonna lie.
we-
I'm ashamed to ask for it, boys. We'll take some gear. Size 3XL
We will
or
rep.
hat. I like hats too.
We will rep your swag. Just let us
yes,
know.
sir.
Let us know. Listen. I'm repping the one school that Michigan didn't spy on this year for free. All right, so that's a fact. Wisconsin didn't get spied on.
Wisconsin didn't get spied on, but the Dolphins sure looked like shit this weekend.
I didn't want to do this. Gone through the emotions of it. Everybody's saying we can't beat a good team. That's the narrative, and they're right. I wanted this one so bad. Mahomes didn't play that well.
He
Like
didn't.
after the first couple of drives, the defense was all over him. Travis Kelce disappeared. That defense was ready to kick some ass. And the offense was like, we're gonna be bad today only. I'm not fighting it. That's the narrative. Can't beat good teams. The Chiefs have shot up to first place and seem to be the class of the AFC again. And the Dolphins are gonna have questions, and that sucks. I don't want to talk about it anymore, Sean. I'm done with it. Flush it down. It's over. I've cried enough.
That's
I've
fair.
cried
I
enough.
I will say it wasn't the most entertaining game for the first half, and I kind of turned it off after the Chiefs went up 21-0.
Yeah, I mean they came back.
Mainly because I was driving to Sedona, but
Understandable. No, I think the Dolphins will be fine. I think they'll be fine. They just got to beat somebody good, and you know what? You do. You have
yeah,
to.
you do. But you know who looked good this week though?
Uh, Josh Dobbs.
Josh motherfucking Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
Dude. First off, I didn't even know he got traded from the Cardinals. Like next thing I know, like my because he's on my fantasy team as my backup QB. Next thing I know, I'm looking and I'm like, the Cardinals don't play the Falcons this week, and I'm like, oh, what? He got traded? Motherfucker got traded.
What kind of disrespect is that? No offense,
dude.
If you're the Cardinals,
the Cardinals didn't deserve. Arizona didn't deserve Josh Dobbs. Like they did not want him at all. I was excited when he got here. He made some fun content when he was arriving to Arizona, and I was in on it. I'm like, let's go. I'm behind this guy.
No, instead they got to roll with some jamoke named Clayton Tune. Where the hell that is. Wait for Kyler Murray to come back and not know the playbook and get into a fight with his coach. Things are looking up in Phoenix.
Well, we do have a new Call of Duty coming out, so...
Ooh, bad news for the Arizona Cardinals.
Bad news for the Cardinals.
Kyler Murray is gonna... That dude, how many chances are you gonna get? The video game clause in your contract, whatever. Anyway, congrats to the Vikings. You
Unreal.
got a real one.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs looked great. I'm all in rest of the season. Josh Dobbs Nation.
Same here. I'm here for Josh Dobbs. Also, I'm kind of surprised by this next team, the Raiders.
Raiders.
I'm not going to be with them, but I'm proud of them. All right? Like, I'm a Broncos fan through and through, but I'm proud of them for what they did this week. They fired their head coach. They lost their starting QB. And then they were still projected to beat the Giants. And they fucking delivered.
Not just
they
delivered.
Fucked on them. And they fucked on them.
This was awful. And I know the Giants aren't good. But man, like... The Raiders played like they were so happy that they don't have to deal with Josh McDaniels anymore. Did you hear the stories? There were multiple stories that came out this week. The first one was that Josh McDaniels, like, he dressed like the owner, Mark Davis, for Halloween. And the next day...
I did not see that.
The next day, The Athletic reported this. The next day, Davis orders Chinese food. Has lunch with McDaniels and says, open the fortune cookie. And on the fortune cookie, the fortune was, you're fired, hotshot. I don't know if that one's true.
Damn.
I don't know if that one's true, but the Athletic reported it. Well,
I also saw that after Josh McDaniels got fired, that there might have been reports of SWAT or police going to his house to search his house.
No, what?
I'm just saying what I saw, what I'm reporting. I can't give you a source because I can't remember.
That.
But I saw that on a couple things. So I don't believe it, but there is something out there.
That dude's got a psycho gear in him. Like, I remember some stories coming out from when he was in Denver that the dude is insane. And everyone and he gets along with nobody, and it sounds like that happened again. Like, there was a a meeting with the coaches and the players where they just laid into him.
Yeah, and then one of them starts shitting on the Patriots. He's like, "Don't talk about my team like that."
That was
or some
Antonio
shit.
Pierce. That was Antonio Pierce, the current head coach. He talked about when he was with the Giants, and he's like, "We believe we could beat anybody, including the undefeated Patriots." And then
Yes, that's what
McDaniels
it was. That's what it was.
took him aside and is like, "Don't talk about the Patriots like that ever again." You know,
Fucking hilarious, man.
probably smart McDaniels to defend his turf because that's the only team that will ever give him a job ever again.
Ever.
So he
No
defended
other
the Pats.
team would ever be smart. Yeah.
Oh my God. What a Belichick coaches, none of them have any value at all. Like they all suck.
Yeah.
I don't know, except for Charlie Weiss, I guess. Go Irish.
Next game. Bills and Bengals. Boy howdy, we're getting a classic matchup now between these two teams.
It's always fun when they play each other. I gotta say, I feel like Burrow outplays Josh Allen every time. And you see up close, smart quarterback, athletic quarterback. And brains win over brawn. Joe Burrow is ice cold. Definitely not as good of an athlete as Allen, but is going to make the right read, hit the right guy. And you know what? They're 5-3. The Bengals, we killed them at the beginning of the year. They're 5-3. They're back. Josh Allen looks like a scared puppy back there.
Okay. I'm gonna eat crow here. I love Josh Allen. I've been a Josh Allen fan coming from Wyoming, and I will finally, dude. Josh Allen looked like this entire year. He's looked like he's had a scared face that he doesn't know what he's doing. Every single game, it looks like he has that face of like, what do I do next?
Where's Stefan?
I don't know if I can throw it anymore.
I shouldn't have cheated on my girlfriend before the playoff games.
Oh, what?
Oh, you didn't hear about that? So the game they lost in the playoffs last year, like that week, he cheated on his girlfriend and like was psyched out because she found out and like tore him a new one. And then that's what
Shut the fuck up.
That's why like Stephon Diggs got in his face because he wasn't focused. Because he got his mistress pregnant. Josh Allen, poor decision maker on and off the field. Get out. I'm done. I'm done with these athletic quarterbacks who never develop any game past just being fast and strong-armed. I'm not a believer in Josh Allen, and I think they're going to choke, and the window's closing.
This is if they don't win this year, they're done, and quite frankly, the Bills might need to start looking past Josh Allen.
They won't.
I hope he's,
which will be great.
I hope he's able to turn it around. But I just don't see it happening. I know you would like it to stay with Josh Allen because you're already scared about Aaron Rodgers coming back this year.
Without question, I am more scared of the Jets than the Bills right now. No question. And I know what the Bills did to the Dolphins earlier this year. I don't care. The Jets look better. They're playing looser, faster, and Rodgers looks like he's probably going to be back. I am scared shitless of the New York Jets, and I think the Bills are hilarious, and they will blow themselves up at some point this year, and it's going to be hilarious. I think the Jets could pass the Bills up and get the wild card from them.
I think so too.
No.
That's not crazy, Georgie. That's a fact.
Rodgers has to come back.
Happen.
It's not going to happen with Zach Wilson. If Rodgers comes back,
no, fuck no.
The Bills are cooked.
Yeah.
And Tua's going to keep cooking.
Yeah.
Go fins up, baby.
Anyways, moving on, we have another product placement. Wits End Snacks. Again. Wits End Snacks, home of your most flavorful beef jerky, hot sauces, and other treats. We got seasonings. Look at this. A pound of seasoning right here for you. Holiday season's here. Place your orders. That way we can get them filled by by Christmas time. Get it shipped out to you. We do ship in the lower 48. I'm not gonna lie. Give you a lie and say I ship to Hawaii and Alaska. I doubt anyone from those states are even listening. I just don't want the beef jerky to somehow get boiled going that far. So I'm not gonna do it to you. But lower 48, we're here for you. But Wits End Snacks, email us, witsendsnacks@gmail.com, witsendsnacks@gmail.com.
All right, Sean. Get your Wits End Snacks. When do orders have to be in to make sure they get to you by the holiday season?
By holiday season.
By Christmas.
By Christmas. You're lucky because my event season ends December 2nd. So if you get it to me by December 1st, that way I can do everything that next coming week. But I need it by December 1st so that way I can get everything shipped out to everyone on time before I go back home for Christmas.
Place your orders by December 1st, folks. witsendsnacks@gmail.com. Moving on to our final portion. We are close to having our shortest episode.
Don't fucking jinx it, Georgie.
No,
Every time you fucking say that, we go long.
No.
Shut the fuck up. Let's move on.
We're gonna move fast. Stop being so confrontational, Sean. All right, just stop it. I don't need this.
You jinx us every single fucking time when you say that.
All right, snake draft. All right, Sean wants us to hurry up. What is it, like 9 p.m. where you are? All right, I'm tired. We're going to do a...
How many times does Georgie say he's tired? That's like the 5th time today. We might need to start doing a counter.
I'm up past my bedtime. I don't care. All right. I'm going to be useless at work tomorrow. Snake draft.
Anyways, favorite sport, best sport outside of the big four: football, baseball, hockey, basketball.
So all other sports are on the table except those 4. So Sean, I had the first pick last week, so this is your turn, your time to shine. You
My
got the
time
first
to
pick.
shine.
I know exactly what you're going to pick too, but I'll wait for you to say exactly what I think you're going to say.
See, I want to go with this one. I don't know. Curling.
Whoa. Not what I expected. Curling? Really?
Yeah.
That's not... Wow.
Where are you going with?
Not curling to start for sure. It's not fun. It's boring.
I fucking love curling.
I mean, it is fun, but it's like a silly kind of fun. My favorite sport, other than the big 4, I played it in college, kind of, sort of.
I was gonna take this one. I wanted to let you have it. I'm
picking rugby. Love it. Love the speed of it. Love the competition. The physicality of it. Wish I could play again. Maybe I need to look for a club. Play again. Who knows? For my second pick, I'm going with a sport that I've picked up very recently, tennis.
Ooh, okay.
I love
Okay.
tennis. And
That's a
I'm
solid one.
finally getting good at it, and that's why it's higher up on the list. But I love watching tennis. Um, Coco Gauff fans here on the podcast.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Number one
I'm not gonna
podcast of
lie,
Coco
Georgie.
Gauff.
Didn't even make my list.
What?
Tennis didn't even make my list.
Well, yeah, you had to
Georgie.
make room for stupid things like curling. What's next?
Oh, I have a lot more. I have a lot more stupider things.
What's next? Underwater basket weaving. What's your second pick?
Lacrosse.
That's what I thought was going to be your first.
It was gonna be my first, but I wanted to go with curling because I feel like curling it's so fucking fun.
Sure. You played in high school, didn't you?
Lacrosse, yes. Well, I didn't get to play lacrosse in high school because I got too many concussions, so the doctor didn't clear me to play goalie, even though because that was my position. But yeah, I got cleared to wrestle after my eighth concussion. How that works, I don't know. Um, I can tell you that one thing. I wish I would have played lacrosse more than I wrestled. Uh, but lacrosse is one of my favorite sports all time. Um, I was one of the best goalies in the state of Colorado before I got my concussions. And I really wish I could have gotten to play more of it. Um, there's definitely a sport that got taken away from me too soon, just like all my sports.
Mm.
But you know what didn't get taken away from me too soon is my number three pick, and that is rowing. I did.
Ooh. Okay.
I I picked up rowing after my concussions, and that's what I did throughout high school from sophomore to senior year. And it is one of the most underrated sports I feel like out there. It is a lot of fun.
That that was a good pick. That was on my list as an alternate. So that's a really good one. How long did you row?
3 years.
Nice. Nice.
I would definitely like if I lived near a body of water like a lake or a nice river, I would definitely look into buying a boat to go rowing on, a little single, and enjoy because I did it during summers also, and they had the singles. I always got to row in the singles because there'd be like five of us there, and being the biggest one there, you kind of like, hey, you're too tall. It wasn't even my weight. It was just I was too tall for the rest of them.
Mm.
Because when you're rowing as a team, if you have a guy who's too tall, it fucks up the speed of the boat and everything.
Oh shit.
Um,
We got a sport for
yeah.
short people.
Yeah, so taller people are going to tend to be like you try to get taller in weight and height together, but uh, usually it's the taller, bigger people together, and then the really small people are the coxswains who are yelling at everyone, and that is why I also kind of enjoyed being in the single because I didn't have anyone yelling at me. But the coxswain, you get to really know the coxswain. I am going really off topic here.
No, that's all right. Tell us more about the coxswain. Um,
The coxswain's a great guy. You become really good friends with him. He's basically your little energizer bunny to keep you going during the race.
all right. Well, we're done. We got to hurry up. We're moving
Yeah.
on to the next thing. See how annoying that is? Um,
No, you're right. You're right. We do need to move on.
oh,
Thank you, Georgie.
Shut it. Next.
Yeah, get fucked, bud.
Hey, you know what? My list is kicking your list's ass right now. I'm going with golf next. It's
That's a good one. Another one that didn't make my list.
I don't know why I'm picking all the sports I play, but I also ranked them in order of how well I play them. I'm not that good at golf, but I love it. I love being out there. I love being able to play with friends and family. I actually picked up a taste for watching it too, which I never thought would
Yeah?
happen. I And then Full Swing, I'm invested in the sport itself as well. This is where my list starts to maybe deviate from the norm. This one's going to be controversial. I'm going to go with auto racing. I'm more of an F1 than NASCAR, but I'll watch either. Kind of a racing guy. I like it.
You are not a racing guy. Go fuck yourself, you sack of shit. Don't even give me that.
I like
you
it.
motherfucker.
I like it.
Bullshit. Fuck you. You just didn't want me to take F1. Go fuck yourself.
You shut up. All right. No. It's fun.
I gave you fucking rugby, you piece of shit.
I didn't know I was taking racing from you. You picked curling. I don't feel bad for what you think you lost. All right? That's just where it begins and ends. You started with curling. You said I'm going to start one behind, and I'm not giving you a pass for that. So, number 4.
My next sport is volleyball.
Okay. That's a good one.
Followed by I feel like I'm missing a sport here that you thought that we were going to be on cue with, because I told you my list is not like your list at all.
Yeah, I was wrong about that. I thought we were going to have more like I had 3 of yours, just not fucking curling.
I don't know how you didn't have curling.
I didn't think about it. It's like the 8th best Winter Olympic sport.
We're not gonna go down. Nope, I'm not gonna go down that. All right.
No, open it up. It's a top 5, man. Live your truth. You are kind of extending this this one though, and
Archery.
We're over time. Archery. That's a good one. That is a good one. Do you dabble?
I do. I have a crossbow and a compound bow, and I would fuck you up with either of them, good buddy.
Probably. In our
I am prepared for the zombie apocalypse with my fucking shit here.
Yeah,
I got my weapons. I got my fucking what's his name? Daryl?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Daryl.
Yeah,
I'm Daryl.
I'm prepared for the zombie apocalypse too. Just strap some explosives to me and I'm going to save others. I'm going to get somebody else out of a pickle as my last act. I don't want to live in a zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
It's my hot take. When the zombies come, I'm going. Modesty. Anyway, number 5. This one's going to be controversial. This is going to be very controversial. I don't enjoy this one, but there are few sporting events more electric than competitive eating. It's a sport. Every 4th of July, what do? We plant our asses in front of the TV at 1 p.m. Central Time and watch Joey Chestnut be the most dominant athlete in any sport ever.
I have a confession.
Yes.
I've never actually watched Joey Chestnut
You
live. I've
piece
only
of
watched his
shit.
reruns.
You un-American trash.
I'm un-American, or I'm going to a fucking parade. What's more American?
No.
I beg to differ, bitch.
Mass consumption.
Differ.
Mass consumption of
Parade.
processed tubed meat
bitch.
is the most American thing ever. I'm sorry. It is the greatest event. When we sign off here, go to YouTube, look up Nathan's hot dog eating contests, and watch this dude. Joe, like, Chestnut
I've watched him.
goes so
I just
hard.
don't watch him live.
Oh, well, that's moderately different.
I told
Moderately.
I told you I don't watch him live. I just watch the highlights.
You gotta watch it live. You know
Why? Why would I watch it live when it's literally over in 10 minutes?
it's the tradition. It's the tradition. It is such
The
a
tradition for me is not watching competitive
well.
eating. The tradition for me is being outdoors, enjoying America,
Yeah,
our fucking country.
yeah, and I do that for the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of the day. But for 5,
Fifth.
I don't know how long it is. I think it's 5 minutes. Um, is it 10?
It's 10.
All right.
It's 10.
23 hours and 15 minutes or 45 minutes. 1:41
Your math
a.m.
is so
Central
fucked
Time.
up. There's 6.
You shut up. Anyway, that sport is electric. And in the moment, the excitement of that, and then I love how like Chestnut's jaw is swollen at the end.
Yeah.
Like he goes so hard and he's got his jaw like That's American. That's America, baby. And that's the end of our show. Anyway, we'll be back next week.
Hold on. We're not just hopping off. We got to go through the ones that we didn't talk about.
Oh my god. Why are you extending this episode? I'm going to guilt trip you one way or the other. Deep down you feel
You're not going to guilt
Deep
trip
down
me.
you
You're
feel
just
bad for
making
rushing
yourself
me.
look like an asshole.
deep down you feel bad for
I don't
rushing
feel
me.
bad for. I do not feel bad for rushing you.
I think
Ever.
you do.
I do not feel bad ever for rushing you.
Well, I don't feel bad for you either. All right, what other sports you got on the list?
So I had boxing on. The
I had
list.
boxing on mine as well.
Other snow sports. I had snowboarding and speed skating.
Okay.
I also had handball and broomball.
Ooh. Broomball.
And so I was actually gonna potentially move, not even use curling and just move lacrosse up, and I should have done that. And broomball would have been my 5th sport, but I didn't know if we were counting broomball because it's technically somewhat a variation, in a way, of hockey.
I think we should have allowed it.
Okay.
I
And
would
then
have voted to allow it.
My last one, which I think is very out there, Quidditch.
Oh, Quidditch is electric.
I've low-key watched some college Quidditch, dude. Whew. Shit goes hard,
Those
bro.
nerds go so hard. Oh my! And
like, damn, dog, fucking damn.
and with a broom between their legs, which is an underrated, difficult activity. Like to run. I mean, I probably have thicker thighs than most, but it's hard. What?
Nothing. I get
I
it.
got,
I'm the same way.
you know,
I'm just laughing.
making fun of my thick thighs. You calling me fat?
Nah, dog, we're husky, bro.
Did you wear husky pants as a kid? Like, were you in the husky sizing?
Did I? Oh, you mean like bigger guy sizing?
Yeah, but like for kids. Like, my pants were always husky,
Yes.
which is a hilarious
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Which is a hilarious
Yeah,
name
yeah.
for a clothing size, like husky. You know,
Yeah.
this 8-year-old wearing 12 husky. That's what I imagine. Even when I was like 5, husky. You got to say it like you're out of breath. That's the key. I had anyway, onto my list, and then we'll close it out. I had a lot of the same ones you had. You took lacrosse, volleyball, and boxing from me. I also had I wasn't sure about this one, but it wasn't going to make the top of my list either. Australian rules football, Aussie football.
That one, I don't know if that would have counted.
It's so different. It's closer to rugby than American football.
Are they in pads?
No, they're not. They actually wear sleeveless shirts, and really the only reason I love the sport.
Then I might have allowed it.
The only reason I love the sport is when they kick a field goal, instead of doing this like in American football, Aussie rules football referees just do finger guns. Look it up.
That's
Like they take like 3 steps forward and then like their thumbs are down, but you know what it is. It is the silliest thing I've ever seen. I'm sending you so many videos of Aussie rules football, but just the referees. I also had gymnastics. I love watching gymnastics.
That's fair. That's fair. That didn't make my list, but I like that one.
They are electric. And yeah, we kill it in America. I had cornhole. It's a sport.
Okay.
It's a sport. All right. And nobody's going to debate me on this. The correct phrase is cornhole. That is what the league decided to call itself. It is cornhole.
Yep, not bags.
I called it bags, and then I changed when the federation was like, it's federation.
Cornhole.
You know.
Cornhole.
They said it's cornhole, so it's cornhole. And then I had handball as well. I like watching handball.
I'm not gonna lie. The only reason why I had it on my list is because I knew you would want it. So that's why I feel like we really somehow were getting all of the same sports. I was gonna throw it out there
just to spite me.
Just to spite you.
I respect it. I respect it. I love What I love about handball is also the most frustrating thing. America does not send a handball team to the Olympics every year. It's like one of 2 or 3 sports. And if you've watched team handball, it's not that hard. And we have the athletes to absolutely dominate the sport. Like more than women's soccer. I'm telling you. America could run handball.
Except we will be running flag football now instead.
We could do both. We're frickin' America. You would understand this level of patriotism if you watched the hot dog eating contest. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway. 1:51 a.m. I think we should call it here. I am tired and exhausted, and
there's 8.
These sunglasses are making it darker. So thank you so much for listening this week. Big news. We have moved to Apple, so we are officially on Apple Podcasts as of the release of this episode. So find us on Spotify and YouTube still, and now we are officially on Apple Podcasts. We did it.
Yee-yee.
We did it, guys. We did it. Sean, take us out.
Thank you, Georgie, for getting us there. We appreciate you for doing that. As always, guys, tune into our social media, Ship and Crew Pod. Part of the ship, part of the crew. We can't do this without you guys. Keep sending us videos. We had a couple people send us some videos this week, and we want to make sure that we are. I forgot to tag you guys in those when we reposted them, so make sure keep sending them to us, and we'll tag you in them, so that way you can see that it's just not going unnoticed. So we appreciate you guys. Love you. Bye.
shoot, technical difficulties with the music. Again, quintessential Ship and Crew ending, I guess. All right, here we go.
Here.